After Schumer says Americans don't want border wall, Sarah tells Nation his sick secret. By Rebecca DeCirio, Politics U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. Senator Chuck Schumer is thwarting President Donald Trump's campaign promise to build the southern border wall, and he can stop it as minority leader of the Senate. Schumer lying to advance his narrative, claiming Americans don't want the wall built. He is also blaming Trump for the breakdown in solving the illegal immigration issues, and White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders decided enough is enough. She blasted crying Chuck Schumer and exposed his sick secret to all Americans. Americans who support President Donald Trump are fully aware that Senator Chuck Schumer is one big liar. That's the least of it. We don't fall for his propaganda. The problem is there are many Americans who believe his fake tears, his crybaby tactics, and most of all, his blatant lies. Thank God for White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who has our president's back. Schumer took to Twitter and tweeted out a series of lies, hoping to sway Americans into believing he is blameless when it comes to our huge illegal immigration issues. As we have been urging him to do for months, the president has finally put pen to paper to show us where he stands on immigration. Unfortunately, this plan flies in the face of what most Americans believe, tweeted crybaby Schumer. He goes on tweeting, while Donald Trump finally acknowledged that the Dreamers should be allowed to stay here and become citizens, he uses them as a tool to tear apart our legal immigration system and adopt the wish list that anti-immigration hardliners have advocated for years. Like a slimy used car salesman, Schumer employs the bait and switch tactic. He claims Trump's plan flies in the face of what most Americans believe. What does that mean? Well, he is talking about the border wall. Oh, and Trump has not agreed to give DACA recipients automatic citizenship. He's just trying to call off the protesters outside his house because he's going to get thrown out of his building. That's what he's afraid of. Now I know what he's doing. Schumer adds DACA will be citizens for one reason, and that's hoping to piss off Trump's base. Excuse me? That's it. Then we're saying absolutely no to this if you think you're going to piss us off. Now, crying Schumer, first of all, Trump won the election. He won the popular vote. Besides the illegals and dead people and people voting in other counties multiple times, Trump won by a landslide, okay? So what is Schumer saying here? That Schumer adds DACA will be citizens for one reason, and that's hoping to piss off Trump's base? You're talking to most of the population that voted for him. He won in a landslide. Now, crying Chuck just blew up Trump's latest plan. One that was so darn generous, and Schumer's response will make you sick. Trump is the president. He is not a dictator. He needs 60 votes in the Senate to get the wall built. With 51 GOP senators, Trump knew he would have to have a few Democrats on board. He had to get those Democrats or there would be no wall. The one issue that the Democrats would consider is something to do with the DACA kids. It's a negotiation point. The White House latest offer was $25 billion to fully fund the wall, no lottery for immigrants, no chain migration. I told you he wasn't going to go for that. And the 1.8 million DACA illegals would be given some type of path to citizenship. It was not something most Trump supporters would be happy about, but most would agree that if we get the wall fully funded and we stop illegal immigration as well as squash the lottery and chain migration, It's a compromise we can live with. But that idiot Schumer flatly turned it down and then blamed Trump. It's going to backfire on him again. Oh my. The president responded, tweeting, DACA has been made increasingly difficult by the fact that crying Chuck Schumer took such a beating over the shutdown that he is unable to act on immigration. He turns it right back on him. As Politico reported, Schumer's remarks further cement the Democratic opposition, leaving little clarity on how Congress will clinch an agreement to preserve expiring legal protections for the Deferred Actions for Childhood Arrivals program. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, the other idiot now, she comes on board now and called it anti-immigrant. But that's what we voted for. Anti-immigrant. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Only a select few can be added to the to come in. That's what we want. Call it nationalism and isolationism. Call it whatever you like. That's what we stand for. And Senate Minority Whip Dick Durbin, oh, the other idiot, said Trump's plan would institute Trump's hardline immigration agenda, including massive cuts to legal immigration on the backs of these young people. Yeah, well, maybe we'll take a chance on it. We could care less at this point. Well, President Trump and Republicans cannot be allowed to use Dreamers as a bargaining chip for their wish list of anti-immigrant policies, said Senator Dianne Feinstein, another nut job just like Pelosi. While nut job Nancy Pelosi tweeted the Trump administration's anti-immigrant framework is an act of staggering cowardice. No, actually it's an act of nationalism. Yeah, we want our country back. That's what we want. Which attempts to hold the Dreamers hostage. No, yous are actually holding them hostage to an unmistakable campaign to make America white again. You're white. I would just like go off on a tangent on this woman if she was in front of me. Are these Democrats for real? Well, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders was completely pissed off by their propaganda and lies. So she tweeted to Crying Chucky, writing, actually, Senator Schumer, America's legal immigration system has been torn apart for decades by Washington politicians like yourself who prefer open borders and sanctuary cities over law and order and popular common sense reforms. Very well said. Absolutely. And that's Chucky Schumer's sixth secret, namely, as minority leader, he can hold up common sense legislation. President Trump was willing to negotiate, but Chucky and his cohorts are not. Then they blame it on the president, and the press echoes their lies. But the sickest secret in all of this is that Schumer is for illegal immigration. The more illegals, the better. The plan is to populate our country with illegals and register them to vote Democrat. The Democrats know American citizens don't want their policies, so they will replace us with illegals. And that's why we say, shut everything down. So when Sarah Sanders says that Schumer prefers open borders and sanctuary cities over law and order, she is exposing the truth and telling Americans to fight back. Call out Democrats as liars. Spread the word of their sick plan to stop President Donald Trump's wall and explain why. That is how we take back our nation. We refuse to become a third world country, and we refuse to see our taxes fund our own demise. Yeah, stay strong, my fellow Americans. We are in the middle of the war to make America great again, and we're standing strong and willing to fight. Shut it down. If I was Trump, I would just get him out, close up that lottery system. If they're not willing to compromise, send them the DACA dreamers back, shut down the lottery system and the chain migration system, and just hire extra guards along the borders. And instead of paying for the wall for now, don't let them take over, because that's what they want. They want to flood the country, so they'll vote Democrat. Meanwhile, the taxpayers are paying for the illegals to be on welfare, on public assistance. So, like, we're paying for our own demise. It's so obvious. You see what I'm saying? No, we'll pay for the border patrols. Yeah, that's what we'll agree to pay for. Extra border patrol, since they don't want to go into that. And do away with everything and start shipping them out. Get ICE and get them out. Everybody out. Shut down the chain migration and the lottery system too. Everything shut down. Absolutely. And if you can manage it, try to get Pelosi deported down to wherever she wants to be put. You know, since she's and Chucky Schumer. Why is he in Midtown in those? In that nice building? Let's ship him down wherever he wants, since he's trying to destroy America. And you know, they think that they're above everything. No, enough is enough with these people. No, absolutely not. We're not agreeing to their whatever they want. No, absolutely not. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.